New on Mountain News this morning, a man shot during an attempted home invasion overnight died at a Bell County hospital. And study shows around 10 people die each day from drowning. Luckily, a little boy will not be part of that statistic due to a Perry County man. And historic floods continue to wreak havoc in the Midwest. We will take you to the areas that are still suffering.
Dedicated to Eastern and Southern Kentucky, this is WYMT Mountain News This Morning.
Good morning. I'm Taylor Upchurch. Today is Thursday, March 21st. Let's check in with Brandon Robinson for a look at your forecast this morning. Brandon, you said it's going to be a little disappointing out there today.
Yeah, if you were looking for some sunshine for the first full day of spring, unfortunately that's not going to be the case, but it's not bad for long. Let's take a look, and it's not really bad overall, but we're going to see some rain today. UVA-wise this morning, you can see the clouds rolling through in the overnight hours and a big thick cloud deck there as you head through the first part of your morning. Live pinpoint Doppler radar trying to show quite a bit of moisture floating around this morning. I don't think a lot of that is reaching the ground, so we'll continue to track it for you. And again, some spotty showers likely this morning across parts of the area, so just give yourself some time to get out the door this morning. 41 in Harlan to 48 in Logan. That's the range. A lot of folks right there, mid to upper 40s across the area. Go across the state. 40 in Paducah, some colder air. You see the blue back out there to the west. 39 in the Tri-Cities, and everybody else kind of falling in between. That forecast as we go through today, chances for showers around, and we only get up to right around 52 for a daytime high. The full forecast on the way here in just a few minutes. Taylor?
Thank you, Brandon. We are still following a developing story this morning in Bell County. A man is dead after a shooting late Wednesday night during what police say was an attempted home invasion. WYMT's Hannah Reynolds has the latest from Pineville.
Police say shortly after 11 o'clock Wednesday evening, they responded to a call from homeowners in Pineville screaming. Police say when they arrived at the home on Bradfordtown Wright Road, they were met by two people at the door saying they had just been attacked. We are told their attacker was hanging out at the house when an argument broke out and they asked the man to leave. After leaving, the suspect came back to the home, forcing his way in, assaulting the homeowners.
The fights resulted in then the male homeowner drawing his firearm and having to discharge it in fear for his family's safety.
The suspect was taken to the Southeastern Kentucky Medical Center where he was pronounced dead. In Bell County, Hannah Reynolds, WYMT Mountain News.
Police are not releasing the names of the homeowners or the identity of the man shot at this time. They say this is still an active investigation. And Kentucky faces off against Abilene Christian at 7:10 tonight right here on WYMT. Yesterday they practiced and fans filled the stands to get a fix of their Big Blue Nation basketball. WYMT's Will Puckett has more from BBN.
Yes, one thing we all know is that no matter where you go, it can be St. Louis, it can be Nashville, it can even be Jacksonville, Florida, Big Blue Nation is going to follow. That proved true for the Kentucky Wildcats practice session where hundreds of Big Blue Nation members were in the stands to watch Coach Cal and company practice. They also high-fived the players coming out of the tunnel and also got some things signed. But one question was on Kentucky fans' mind was P.J. Washington. Will he play when Kentucky takes the floor Thursday? But no matter whether he plays or not, Kentucky fans are just happy that Big Blue Nation is here in Jacksonville.
I'm so excited. Kentucky's been my favorite team ever since I was a little girl. Been raised on Kentucky basketball, so I'm just so excited they're here.
But I feel like this is a special team. We got a real chance to go all the way, and so I don't think Abilene Christian, no offense, is going to get in the way of that.
Getting tickets. 30 seconds after they announced it, I had my tickets, so had to get tickets, but I was excited.
So when Kentucky tips off in less than 24 hours from now, there's going to be a strong Big Blue Nation contingent here. Much more coverage will continue right here on WYMT. For now, in Jacksonville, Will Puckett, WYMT Mountain News.
Thank you, Will. We will have more coverage of the game throughout the day. And also today, the University of Pikeville will play in the NAIA National Tournament. They posted this team picture Tuesday. The Bears take of Talladega in today's opener beginning at 10 a.m. Eastern Time. The games are being played at Municipal Auditorium in Kansas City, Missouri. And don't forget to sign up for Hoops Hysteria on WYMT.com. The winner gets a 65-inch smart TV, and a $1 million prize will be awarded nationally if someone correctly picks all the games. You have until 15 minutes before today's first game to sign up. And a lawsuit filed by an NCAA referee against Kentucky Sports Radio has been dismissed. Referee John Higgins filed the lawsuit in 2017 after UK fans flooded his roofing business with threatening and harassing messages. Higgins said KSR encouraged fans to do it. KSR founder Matt Jones asked for the case to be dismissed. A judge granted his request yesterday. And a group of women are making history as part of Letcher County's first group of women on work release cleaning garbage. The inmates have cleaned up trash from across the county. The release group started back in February. Jailer Bert Sloan says in talking with the women in the jail, he found out this was something that was wanted among female inmates.
The men would get to go out and work, and there's also other resources, which would be the ladies, and having conversations with them instead of just laying in the jail. Many of them had a desire to come out and work, and it's just blossomed from there.
In the roughly 30 days they've had the women's work release, the women have already picked up more than 520 bags of trash. And the Martin County Sheriff's Department received around $7,500 worth of electrical weapons. A company in Lexington donated them after hearing of the money troubles in the department. WYMT's Marianne Fletcher joined in on their first training day.
Many law enforcement agencies use tasers.
And I was like, what's a taser glove? You know, is it hold my hand out and it shoots you, or?
But now there's a new electrical weapon on the market, and the Martin County Sheriff's Office just received 8 of them.
You know, crime rate's increasing. You know, I'm the only one out from, 12 hours, at night.
After cutbacks and layoffs, Aaron Blevins is the only paid deputy.
Yeah, it makes me feel safer a little bit, knowing that I have that, that power in my hand, of electricity. Electricity is a very powerful thing.
Compliant Technologies specializes in this type of enforcement. The company heard about the department's hardships and donated around $7,500 worth of new equipment.
If you've got this glove on you, it's going to give you the advantage.
Sheriff John Kirk says these are game-changing gloves.
It's like getting into an electric fence. If you've ever been to an electric fence before, it's about like that. You're anxious to get away from it real quick.
During training on Wednesday, constables, deputies, and jailers tested them out.
I mean, he's like, listen, they had a 450-pound deputy that they grabbed a hold of, and he went to the ground like a sack of potatoes.
Then I joined in.
380 volts, it's going onto your bare skin.
Hoping to keep law enforcement and the county safe in Martin County. Marianne Fletcher, WYMT Mountain News.
The department also received the E-band restrictor, which is a remote-controlled electrical weapon that is good for transports or courtroom proceedings. And studies show around 10 people die each day from drowning. Luckily, a little boy will not be part of that statistic due to a Perry County man. Sunday night at a pool party at the Hazard Pavilion, a boy went underwater and never came back up. Lifeguards jumped in and got the boy out. Paramedic Mike Hicks happened to be at the party and ran over and began to do CPR until ambulances could arrive.
Took off running over there to see if I could help. I said that I was a paramedic. There was a nurse at the party as well. She went up with me. By the time we got up there, they were finishing pulling the child out of the water. He wasn't breathing. I checked for a pulse, no pulse.
Hicks says the last he has heard is that the boy is at the UK hospital, but eating, walking around and playing Xbox. And historic floods continue to wreak havoc in the Midwest. Millions of people are under some sort of warnings as the floods move south. Conditions are improving in Nebraska, where the water is receding, but further south along the Mississippi River, the threat continues.
We lost roughly 700 head of hogs, so it's been a little devastating, but the worst is yet to come. We got to clean it up.
Livestock stranded by the high water received airdrops of hay from the state's National Guard. Locals say spirits are generally positive despite the damage and loss. Neighbors are helping neighbors as the community works to rebuild.
Well, the forecast this morning starting off fairly quiet as you head out the door. As we take a look at the camera network outside of the Hazard Studios here at WYMT, not a whole lot of action. Same thing over Whitesburg this morning. Pretty quiet start to the day and dry so far. That's not going to be the trend all day long, though, as we see the satellite radar showing, again, some showers off to our north along with that cold front, and that's going to move this way slowly as we head through the daytime hours, bringing rain to all at different times of the day. But the good news is, keep that word in mind, scattered chances, and I think that will be the name of the game as we head through this first full day of spring. Temperatures this morning right now in the 40s across the board, so not a bad start to the morning, Taylor, but as we go deeper into the day, you'll see those rain chances pick up and not a whole lot of warmth to be had as we only get to right around 52 later today.
All right, Brandon, thanks for joining Mountain News this morning. More news is on the way. Authorities in Kentucky recovered nearly $1,500 in quarters they say were stolen from coin-operated air pumps.
March Madness isn't just for the basketball court. Employees nationwide are taking part in office tours. I'm Kenneth Craig with the surprising benefit for companies.